Hello guys, today we're gonna talk about the Saints Row Reboot, and honestly, I think Volition should be concerned with the response they're getting to it, but it looks like they have a lack of open-mindedness to the constructive criticism that their fans are giving. And it's not because they hate Volition, but it's just because they're concerned that this game is not gonna kill the Saints Row franchise. After watching the trailer, I was very disappointed because it didn't have the original Saints Row vibe to it at all. It looks like some woke garbage piece of shit that every other franchise is taking up on. It just looks like a Ubisoft game and actually like a clone of Watch Dogs 2, but more on that later. Firstly, after watching the trailer, it did not feel like a third-person open-world game, but it felt more like a team versus team multiplayer game, which honestly kills the vibe of Saints Row. It's just that Saints Row was this game where you could do anything that you want, and the stories were ridiculous and funny. Though the story was ridiculous, it was fun to play because that was the vibe that Saints Row franchise gave. So this is a huge heartbreaking situation for all the Saints Row fans. They're in a delusion where they think that by going with this new feel, it's all interesting and exciting, whereas in reality, it's the exact opposite of that. It's a huge bummer. This is not something new that we're seeing. We've seen this a million times in different other franchises. It just emphasizes on some Gen Z sub-action genre shit, just totally opposite to how Saints Row was before. It's just so annoying and it looks completely uninspired. It's only been a couple of days since the Saints Row Reboot trailer debuted during the Gamescom opening night ceremony, but that's all the time it took for some of the franchise's fans to wage an online campaign against the title that's largely based on their belief that the upcoming reboot is too woke, hipster, and ultimately too different from the previous games in the series. Previously, Saints Row has thrived on a bold usage of sense of humor, and it clearly doesn't look like this in the new game. And there was a significance to the purple color. It just looks like they've made a modern, wacky game, and I don't understand the value that it has, because too many franchises have adapted to that kind of a wacky genre. So in this, what you get is a game in which 4 friends start a criminal empire to put some food on the table, some clothes on themselves, and pay off their student loans. Honestly, why would anyone worry about their student loans when they have raised a large criminal empire? This is just an absurd description of the narrative given by the developers of the Saints Row. The news is that the new Saints Row will be a more grounded, less offensive game than the previous entries in the franchise. The problem is that Saints Row was a series that understood just how extraordinarily silly video games could be, where almost no others do, and now it too is apparently reverting to the dreary norm. Saints Row was a game that began with your character disarming a nuclear bomb as it fell towards the Earth. It was a game in which you begin as the President of America and end as the ruler of the galaxy. A game in which they hired Roddy Piper and Keith David to recreate the famous fight scene from They Live. It is a game in which the Earth is destroyed as an incidental detail, and one where the main cast mid-player controlled car ride start gloriously singing along to Biz Markie's Just a Friend on the radio. I mean, where is Volition even going with this? Now coming to the characters, look at what they're giving now, and look at what we had before. Saints Row's characters were outlandish cartoons, enormous personalities told within a wonderful diverse cast. This lot, they don't look like they're gonna be there. This is what Metro had to say. For a start, everyone in the game looks like they're 13, which is off-putting for about 100 different reasons, not least of which is I assume it's gonna be a mature rated game, but really, the character designs are just horrible, and it's no wonder that everyone's comparing them to Fortnite, as that's obviously the audience that Volition is going after. Because violent gangsters murdering each other to take over a city is totally the sort of thing you should be encouraging tweens to play. Not having Johnny Gat and the others in the game is not a deal breaker for me. That could have worked and probably should have been the approach, but he had to be replaced with someone equally cool and charismatic. Now, when it comes to the gameplay, You can see bomb blasts, cars flying off, blood spatters as soon as you shoot ahead, and all that is cool, but is that all you have to offer? And you call this a Saints Row game? Come on, man. These are there in every other game and you can't tell that this is iconic from the previous games. To be honest, the feel of the gameplay is very identical to the one from Watch Dogs 2. I mean, they didn't even have the color purple in the game as being prominent. That's just about as basic as a mistake you can make. Maybe we'll see more gameplay that will look better in the coming months, but clearly nothing is going to change about those characters, and as long as that's true, nothing's gonna change my mind about not buying the game. And about Volition going against their fans, they have been openly disagreeing their fans' concerns, which just puts them in a rage even more. So they posted a tweet with a clip from their trailer, and one of the fans gave a very balanced and a fair response. He says, "I know you won't listen, but if you want fans to stop complaining and giving you all shit, maybe just replace these clowns and give us the real Saints. Doesn't even have to be the old crew, but just real gangsters. That would honestly clear up a lot of the hate you guys are getting." And to this, they responded by tweeting a gif which said, "Haters gonna hate." What? He's defending your people and he just came up with his opinion, which is unsurprisingly everyone else's opinion, but you straight up went and belittled him. Way to go, Volition. Way to be arrogant. To prove all my points, let me just show you a comparison between the new trailer and the Saints Row 2 trailer, and you'll know what I'm talking about.
Kev, you got eyes on the buyer?
Yep. Here it comes.
And I got the dealer. Nino, they're heading your way. They're here.
You should have eyes on the merchandise.
I sure do.
Was that a gunshot?
Yeah, they shot the dealer.
How's the patient?
I'm about to take the bandages off.
Is it really you? Do I know you? We gotta get you out of here.
Whenever you're ready, Kevin.
What are you guys thinking for dinner tonight? How about my world famous chili con carne? Hey guys, what you got in the... Oh, stolen Marshall MDI-101 M9 multi-rocket shoulder launchers. Nice. My buddies and I have been looking all over town for those. Have you been hoarding? See, we need them for our startup. It's a criminal empire kind of...
About time your burnt ass woke up.
You okay, Johnny?
Yeah, aside from almost getting sent to the chair, I'm great.
You need me. The hell I do? I got the Saints.
Sure you do.
They place prophets in jail and
That's the road?
It is now. Without anyone to lead them, the Saints fell apart. Once the Brotherhood, Ronin, and Samdi showed up, the few that were left dropped their flags before they got killed.
own Stillwater. I think it's time we give those other crews a wake-up call. So save your rations and seek some shelter. Only strong is the weakest fear that themselves are.
You guys actually hang out down here?
You definitely need a stripper pole in this bitch.
Definitely.
First break out like
You really think that a couple of washed-up bangers like you and Gat have a chance against the Brotherhood?
We'll see.
Get some of our boys and kill them! The Saints are out of control.
We're dealing with violent criminals. Are you really surprised they might do something, I don't know, violent?
If it wasn't for me, you would have died on that street corner.
If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have been in a goddamn coma.
But I guess that makes us even.
Not really.
Kevin! Hey! Asshole! Get the fuck away from my friends.
So, that was the trailer that we got before. That was the kind of game that we got before. It was kick-ass. It was fun. It had the whole gangster feel that you needed in the Saints Row franchise, and it just gave us everything that we wanted. But here we get this shit, and we get this as our team lead. Like, what the fuck? I mean, we can go beyond that. I mean, Volition can go way better than that. This is just any other hipster that you see from every other game. It is very stereotypical, and that haircut, oh my god, with the green color, it just looks so bloody stereotypical and very common from other games. I mean, I don't know what Volition is doing with their Saints Row Reboot, but let's see. Anyway, so the game is gonna be releasing on the 25th of February 2022, and oh god, I know their sales are gonna tank as soon as they drop it, but let's see what happens in the future. Anyway, so that's my take on the whole Saints Row Reboot. Let me know what you think about the game in the comments down below. Like this video if you agree with me, and subscribe to my channel for more of this content. I will keep you guys posted with more updates on this. This is GameBoD signing off until the next video. See ya, take care, and peace.